One.
Welcome back to the M&T show, everyone.
Yeah!
And by the grace of God, I got this working.
All right.
You're welcome.
Took us
Thank
about
you.
2 hours, but you got it
To be
working.
honest, I'm the one that fixed it. I fixed the
Well,
programs. So
first
now,
of all, that's not cool. When I say I got it working,
but you
you
didn't do
don't just
shit.
jump in
You didn't do
and
jack
ruin the
shit.
story.
Ruin the story.
It's a good one.
Ugh. Anyways,
It is
welcome back, guys, to the M&T show.
it's almost the creepiest, spookiest night of the year.
That's right. Actually, it's tomorrow, right?
Mm-hmm.
Today is Tuesday, October 30th.
Are you guys
Just
gonna
so
go
they
trick or
know.
treating?
2018 trick or treating.
Are you gonna go treat or treating or trick or treating or?
I'm in my
I
20s.
haven't been trick or treating in over a decade.
Yeah, whatever, you losers. I'm gonna go trick or treating with my little nephew.
With your cats.
My little nephew.
Is that what you call Raina?
Don't call her that. Just my kitty. But anyways, we're gonna go trick or treating. We're gonna steal some candy. It's gonna be great, guys. Come on.
Seems fun.
Yeah.
I've seen.
Where you going?
To the white neighborhoods.
Yeah, which one? Where?
Bowie and
Stay out of Bowie.
Upper Marlboro.
That's where you're going to
Upper
go trick or treating?
Marlboro?
You're not going to go
I'm
to.
just bullshit. We're not doing shit.
Oh, you should go to Rockville and Bethesda. Don't
No
they?
one's going trick or treating.
You should just get some candy. I love candy. And shit. Hey, Henry, let's go trick or treating.
I mean, go trick or treating with us.
You could be my nephew.
If you wear a full body costume, I think you could pass.
Say trick or treat with your childish voice.
I think we're at the age where we're the people giving the candy.
I don't give no candy.
Selfish.
All right.
You can make.
It's time to
I
give,
got some year
time to make memories.
old candy. I'm
Yeah.
planning on giving you.
No candy.
It's taffy
Although,
though.
you'll hear that one horrible story where they're like, "Oh, a kid found a fucking razor."
That shit ain't never happened. It was
That shit-
fake
That shit
back
happened,
in the
That shit
day.
happened to me, dog. I got razor blades in my candy.
You put them there.
It does seem kind of fake. Why
It
would
was
pe-
fake
Why would
back
anyone
in the
do that?
day, and it was never
Razor
real.
blades?
Yeah.
That war on Halloween.
That was a part of some satanic panic
Drop
shit.
like a
I
blunt
thought
or
they
some
put the
crack.
blades
Got
in
it here
apples.
every fucking Halloween. And if it does happen, I'll fucking point it out and I'll bring it.
I mean, I would like to see a picture of the kid that got the razor blade in their mouth.
Really.
Hey, we didn't introduce Henry to the audience today.
And we
H-Man,
have special
Henry.
guest Hen
Yep.
Dog.
Back again.
That's Henry's.
All right, first of all, I just want to tell you niggas.
Whoa.
Let me reverse that. First of all, I'd just like to inform you guys that this is the M&T show, not utter nonsense.
This is the Utter Nonsense
Ew,
podcast.
did
Get
you
outta
try
here
to
with
call it
that.
The other nonsense podcast again?
This is the Utter Nonsense podcast.
No one's calling it that.
All right,
Yep.
where we gonna be spitting
Nope.
utter nonsense. All right, we're
That
gonna
was a
do
fun
little
idea
bit
for a
of
week.
Utter nonsense.
Yeah, it was April Fools came early last week, and we tried this thing called the Utter Nonsense podcast. But
And it concluded what this guy just said, utter nonsense.
well, we talk about nonsense, but then there's the
Henry, here's the thing. All right, after careful consideration, thinking about what we do, what we talk about, who he is. All right,
Who he is.
who he is. All right.
dog.
I came up with, and they agreed with, that it was a good idea. A new name change.
I remember.
The Utter Nonsense
I remember
podcast.
questioning your
All
originality.
right, now listen to this.
And I tried to Google it. and
He
then-
said, "Oh, doesn't it sound? That sounds."
He's just filling me in.
Yeah, he said, "Oh, it sounds familiar." Blah blah blah. I don't know about that. All right, look, we
We'll hear your side of it.
we ain't no his side or nothing. There is no side to be had. We listen, Henry. Listen, Henry. We speak utter nonsense. Okay.
Some of us, some
We
of you do.
listen. We
Some of
utter nonsense. Okay. And then there can be some utter nonsense. You know what I'm saying?
Are you jerking off to invisible dicks? What the fuck is that?
It's utters, bro.
Oh,
Utters.
so it's your
On
udders.
female cows, all right?
I like utters on humans.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we milk female udders of all species. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah. So yeah,
As I said, it's taken.
it's
By
not
someone.
taken.
Yeah,
They're the utter. He found some shit, the utterly nonsense, whatever the fuck.
podcast.
But we are the utter nonsense podcast because we utter nonsense. All right, it's
How
just
about
good.
the other nonsense?
Oh my god.
What about spit nonsense?
Come on.
Do we spit hot fire?
Anyway,
How about this nigga?
hey,
Look, man,
half
let's
of half of this podcast is the utter nonsense. All right, every time I speak, this is the utter nonsense podcast. All right, and when y'all talk, it's the image.
We're
Because I'm
not-
not even in the damn
You're the
title of the
SH.
damn.
You did SH of the show.
We discovered that. M&T.
More importantly, I think we should go back and let's let Henry tell us that joke of his. Because I think the audience needs to hear this joke.
Henry, get close into Marvin's mic.
Now, fuck that.
Yeah.
Get,
No joke. I mean, that joke is, you guys, it's been told.
I mean, we need it because a very sad thing happened to 11 people, and we need your uplifting right now. It was real spooky what happened to the Jews. Tell us your joke.
tell us your
He
joke.
said 11 people.
That's
I bet I can tell this joke.
I'll be honest, I don't want to hear the
that's
joke. But it reminded me of the movie Up.
You saw
It's-
Up.
I saw it with this guy.
You two went to the movies and
saw
saw
Up?
Up.
Yes.
Did we see him in theaters?
Yes.
Get the fuck out of here.
That's the only reason I saw it,
Damn.
because you wanted to see it.
I can see that.
And I was like, maybe now, after hearing the joke, I realized that it took place in El Salvador.
Up did?
Yeah. Well,
Up to place in El Salvador?
the stupid half of the movie took place in El Salvador.
What?
It was okay until the house left, and then after that, it landed in like a forest in El
That movie
Salvador.
lost me like right after her wife died.
His wife.
Yeah, that shit was sad. I was like, fuck this.
I heard that the movie was going to be sad, and I was
Excited.
waiting for the sad part, right?
Uh-huh.
But this guy had a lifelong friend. They went on all the adventures that they wanted to do, except
No,
for
they
one.
didn't go on the adventure. They
Except
kept fucking
for
up.
one. They did everything else, lived a long life, and then the old woman, I guess, got sick because she was old
She got cancer and died.
and died. The only thing they didn't do was go to that one particular rainforest or whatever it was.
And it was in El Salvador?
Yeah, where that one place in El Salvador, and they didn't have kids that we know of. They may have aborted them. I don't know.
Yeah.
The movie wasn't sad. My life is sad, and
Your life is sad,
and
but in a different way.
yeah, without the death. Anyway, that movie was kind of dumb
Mm-hmm.
when it got to that part.
Yeah, it was a pretty dumb movie in retrospect.
Talking dogs. That's what I hated about it.
Oh, yeah, the dog talk. Bacon, 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 right? What's that commercial? Regardless, Henry, tell us your joke.
Yeah, because now my story doesn't make sense without the joke.
Yeah, but that joke is meant to be told. I tell it to somebody, then they tell somebody.
Shut the fuck up.
The
and tell
joke
the
was
joke.
about a streets.
All right, Shema,
lucky
you
dog.
tell a joke. Shema, you can tell a joke.
It is about some dogs falling out the sky. That's what I
All
got.
I know
from
is the
it.
joke lost me early on too because he was like, "Oh, they were dropping up the dogs in El Salvador,
And one got
and then one got your Africa." And I'm like, wait a minute,
I
that's a
guess.
long ass.
All right, I'm about to tell you a
It's a
fucking
long
joke.
ass.
I'm about to tell you a joke.
Let's
This
get,
is a joke.
get your bread and knife ready.
How did it get you Africa?
Wait, listen. All right,
Sorry,
all right. So
I'm joking.
for some reason, a bunch of dogs are being dropped off in El Salvador.
They're the street dogs, because El Salvador is full of street dogs.
Why? But what does that matter about anything?
right?
Because a street dog is a smart dog. If you're gonna live in the
But where did they come from? Huh?
That's the joke. The government was dropping them off.
All right, the government. Which government?
The Salvadorian government.
All right, the Salvadorian government.
They have the funds
is
for that?
taking,
Right? Don't
The
they?
Salvadorian government is taking their dogs and flying around the country, dropping their own dogs off.
Street
in,
dogs.
dropping
Street
street
dog.
dogs off, and this is streetwise dogs. All right,
Okay,
they dropping,
I said it
they
was-
dropping. Nope, 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 nope. I got it, I got it, I got it, I got it.
For the record,
The
this is
government,
Henry's joke.
the government is dropping off street dogs because they street smart. Dropping off dogs in El Salvador, but when it gets to the last dog, they went too far, and this last dog gets dropped off in Africa. So this last dog gets dropped off, and he lands on a pile of bones, and he's like, "Oh shit, where the fuck am I? I'm in fucking Africa." And then he looks over, and he sees a lion. He's like, "Oh shit, it's a lion. What the fuck am I gonna do?" And then this lion looks over and he sees a dog, and this lion is like, "Oh shit, I see this dog. I'm about to eat this motherfucker." So the lion starts walking up to the dog. But when the lion gets up to the dog, he sees that the dog is sitting on a pile of bones. And so the dog is like, he puts a bone in his mouth and he's like, this lion is good. And so that lion is like, oh shit, you just ate a lion? And then he runs the fuck away. But there was a monkey in the tree watching the whole thing. And the monkey was like, oh shit, you just tricked that lion. So he runs over to the lion, this monkey, and he hops on the lion back and he tells the lion, hey, that dog tricked you. He ain't eat that shit. And so let's go over there and get him. The lion and the monkey go back to the dog, right? The dog is thinking, oh shit, the lion is coming back with the monkey on his back. And then the dog says, hey, thank you, monkey, for bringing me another victim to eat. And then-
I thought he did a decent job.
I thought he did a great job. Yeah. So then what
It's
happens
better
at
the
end?
second
What's
time.
the punchline?
I thought that was the punchline.
What was the-
when,
what was
when
the
he ran
moral?
when he ran away the first time, that was funny, and when he ran away the second time, that was even funny.
And he ate the monkey.
Oh, and then he ate.
But,
the
Yeah.
monkey.
but that wasn't.
No, the lion did eat the monkey, right? And then what happens?
And then the fucking dog gets away. The lion doesn't eat the dog.
Right.
And then someone drops in and says something about Smart.
that's a street dog for you.
That's the street. No, that's the Salvadorian.
Now that's
street
an El
dog.
Salvadorian dog for you.
they got street smarts.
The moral of the story is if you're gonna go on the fucking streets, you gotta be smart. You can't be the dumbest motherfucker out there.
So who's dumb here, the lion or the monkey?
Both of them.
Because they're in Africa.
Just the Africans? Is that what the moral is?
No.
They got tricked into
I think he was insinuating
crossing the ocean.
streets, you gotta be smart. So with them.
That's a good lesson.
Yeah, that's a good reason. Did you have another joke, Henry? You want to share with us? I seem to recall you said you had two jokes to share with us today.
Yeah, but the other one. Okay, so it's just like it's like a dry.
Hey, you should get close on Charmbay's
You
mic.
should.
It's right. It's the closest one.
You should scoot up on Marvin's face.
Yeah, and it's lower.
It's lower.
Hey, give me your microphone for a little bit.
Here, oh yeah, here, take it.
Look, you get Sean Bass one. Just tell the joke. Just tell the joke and then give the microphone back to Sean Bass.
Do you feel the warmth?
Well, it's a dry joke, like I said.
It's a dry
So,
joke.
Yeah, so it's
just keep in mind, the world is listening. All right,
man, who gives a shit? All right, so did I say that?
and we're doing that shit.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
That's why I told you that.
Anyways,
Right.
the dry joke, right? It's
Just make it wet if it's dry. Just chill out.
Yeah. Hey, do some utter nonsense noise. Some blah, blah, blah. Make
That's
it
your
wet.
catchphrase, right?
Half of this is the utter nonsense podcast.
No, just do your fucking joke.
Yeah, just
I'm trying to
whip it out.
So here it is on the table, right? The joke is a dumb joke. This is a guy sleeping. It's a dream. He's having a dream, and he's getting chased by a lion, and he cries.
Your jokes have lines in 100%.
It's the fucking joke I told, and it has another fucking line. It's okay.
It's the same line from the last joke?
Yeah, it's the same pussy bitch line. Yes.
Yeah.
So I guess he's whatever. The point is, he was chasing the guy in the dream, and the guy runs up a tree, and he goes to the highest branches, and when he gets up there, there's a big giant fucking snake up there. So the guy's like, how the fuck am I gonna get out of this mess? And that is a question. It's an open question. Oh shit.
I thought you said this was a joke.
Well, you could guess if you want. I could just tell you the punchline, but you could guess. How does he get out of that situation?
What?
Does anyone know?
Terrence, you want to take a stab at this joke?
Does he use
Uh,
the snake to slide down or something? I don't know.
He used it like a whip in Castlevania to swing from branch to branch.
Marvin.
I don't want to be mean.
The point is, he wakes up. It's a fucking dream.
Gotcha. Gotcha. It's not bad.
So that's how the joke ends? He woke up?
Yeah, I don't
He
get it.
made us think too hard.
Exactly. It was a different topic.
Well, when you come on to the M&T show, you need to bring jokes better than that.
Yeah,
man.
that's weak. That's a week.
Really? Cause
Henry, you're gonna get kicked off. Henry, you're
Yeah.
gonna get kicked off the M&T
I
show.
like
so far.
corny jokes.
You know, I would've
Speaking
listened
of
for
which,
1 second,
I'm about to look
but
some
I
up.
would listen.
Get off the sofa, Henry. Henry's officially off the M&T show sofa because he just brought
We're
that
sitting
weak
at
ass
a
game.
dirty ass table.
Shut the fuck
Yeah.
up. Painting the picture.
In Marvin's house.
Painting a picture here. Let's talk about this juice, Terrence. Now, why did you feel? First of all, you say 11 people.
Hey,
not,
hey, hey,
Do
hey.
you not care that the Jews are being attacked?
Got a
in
joke, got a joke. Speaking of the Jews, sure we've all heard this one.
ovens?
Yes.
Pizza ovens?
Damn it. It's my favorite joke. When I heard it, I was dying laughing.
Who told you that joke?
I don't fucking know.
Hey,
it.
see
Say
if
the
you
joke.
see if you can say it funny.
Yeah, say the joke.
I mean, it's just.
I mean, just
What's the. Wait. What's the difference between a Jew and a pizza? Pizzas don't scream in the oven. No
that
one
was
laughed.
really distasteful.
It's very distasteful.
I don't even know why you would say that.
I don't know what kind of world. But anyways, T-Dog. Let's
Nah,
go back to
just kidding.
your. What were you saying about the 11 people?
I mean, it was.
Not even
So
deaf?
describe the situation.
I did. Here's what I know from what I've heard. There's some synagogue in PA,
Pennsylvania.
and I guess it was for the Jews. We have those around here too, and a bunch of people got shot. And I don't know. I think the dude is in custody.
He is in custody. He didn't kill himself or anything.
He's not a pussy.
He didn't. You know what?
It was really sad what happened. If that happened to,
I just think when you say he's not a pussy, I think we should take a moment to acknowledge that he's one of those shooters that didn't kill himself. Man, I would hate to say this. I would hate to say props to that guy, but
I mean,
look, if you're gonna commit a mass shooting, see how it ends. You know, kill yourself at the end.
yeah,
Just see what happens. You never know. He's probably gonna go and be a hero to like them white people in jail, whatever. Them white boys, the neo Nazis. They're gonna love him, right?
maybe, but some people die in jail. I think that happened to somebody.
Well, recently this mob guy got killed in jail, but that's different. This guy was a mob guy, probably a snitch of some kind.
Was he like the
But
head?
this guy just killed Jews. I feel like he's gonna get passed. In jail, that's what I'm saying.
Was he
Not-
the head guy or something?
what?
Head.
Or the mob guy? No, it's
Mhm.
just some mob boss. They
Whitey,
knew-
you hate
they-
Whitey.
They knew he was a mob guy, and they transferred him, and he got killed the next day after he got transferred.
You reap what you sow.
Yeah, pretty much.
Hey. What did one hat say to the other hat?
Tell me.
You stay here. I'll go on ahead.
That's beautiful. That's wonderful. Back to them Jews. So, obviously, the M&T show is
Anti-Jew?
anti-gun violence. We're anti-gun
I
violence.
guess so. Yeah.
We don't advocate mass shootings.
Nope.
Now, I saw in the news that Semitism, Jew hatred is getting.
I saw that. Like
That
they
seems
said
like
it
it's
was.
fake news, right? Like,
Yeah, I
who
mean,
said
where
that?
do you? How do you measure that?
Right? How do you measure this
Well, you just-
growing anti-Semitic movement?
And even if it is it not deserved?
Whoa, What's that?
I mean, is it? There are a lot of things I hate. You know, if people hate you, maybe you did something.
A lot of people hate black people.
In the age of Coca-Cola commercials where everyone's diverse and they're just jamming out at a pool party, if everyone for some reason just starts hating Jewish people, which I've never heard anyone say anything about Jewish people outside of this kitchen, if that happens, maybe you're doing something wrong. Maybe you got to look at yourself, reflect, you know?
Well, you know what?
So you blaming the Jews?
I'm just saying.
Sorry, I don't want to cut you off.
Oh, you did.
You did, but go ahead.
Sorry. The article I mentioned earlier about the Civil War thing. There are two Americas. The minorities, not we're the majority now, but the minorities, like the browns, the yellows, and all that.
Dog, we can barely pick you up. Speak closer to the microphone.
Well, you guys can speak about it. Anyways,
I don't want.
so then there's white America, the ones who feel like it's their country and Americans are only the ones who are born here and are white.
Henry, where'd you get this idea from? Because I don't see this.
You read the article.
This is a crazy ass. This is a
Vice.
crazy ass picture you're picturing. You're saying there's two Americas right now, one by white people and one by the rest of us.
By the way, okay,
Nigga.
who hates the Jews? Who does?
They
who
white.
elected Trump? White nationalists, white people who just like.
I mean, a lot of black people too, dog. Black people love Trump.
It's gangster. People like
Black
Bill
people
Clinton.
love Trump. What are you talking about? He didn't just
Mr.
win because of
Moneybags.
white people. What's wrong
Grab
with
him
you?
by the pussy. La, la, la. You know?
Yeah, that shit turned me on when he started talking about the poster.
You guys are.
I was like, you get him,
They
John.
let you do it.
So what are you talking about? Why are you painting? Why are you trying to separate the country right now, dog?
We need a little more unity, Henry.
That's right. What the fuck you doing, Henry?
Two Americas.
He's making it seem like it's us against them. Like, what the fuck? I don't feel like way at all.
I mean, I was just saying, it's kind of like how people don't want to sit next to a young black teenager in the DC Metro on the train because of how
one
they
wants
are.
to. Not even other black people want to do that.
And, you know,
'Cause you guys are dangerous.
they bring it on themselves.
That's right.
They act a fool.
Mm-hmm. Up in here.
Yeah, and
Up in
I
here.
haven't had to suffer them, but I do hate the behavior.
Yeah.
And if people, imaginary people, I never hear anyone talking about Jews, but if they hate Jews,
So,
That's probably a reason.
Are we gonna just say, and this is getting blown out of proportions, and there's not a strong anti-Jew movement in America?
I mean, that's such a huge thing to throw out.
Everybody's saying it,
Anti-Semitism.
right?
It's just this big,
I see-
bad word.
I see on the news all the
Has it been
time.
happening since that guy ran over that person at that rally in Virginia?
She wasn't a Jew. What are you talking about?
The point is,
Wasn't that an
like,
accident?
It was basically white
No,
Nazi-
that
it
wasn't
Nazi-
an accident.
Nazi propaganda. God damn it! Do you guys miss that part?
You know,
It was Nazis marching up in that bitch. And it was the fucking Nazis.
I feel you. It was
I don't know
Nazis,
if they
but-
were all Nazis.
No, they were. They were all.
All.
They were all fascist, national.
I don't know about
No,
that.
Terrence,
I mean,
no.
anti-fascist people are also fascist. Antifa.
No, Terrence. They were all evil, racist people.
I mean,
There were
whenever.
good people on both sides, Terrence. Where you hear
Well,
that from?
just devil's advocate here. If everyone, in quotes, is calling you bad because you're white, I mean,
It's the
isn't it manly
Well, look,
to
I think
stand
that-
up for yourself?
I think that type of logic is flawed too. I don't know who thinks that, except Henry.
Mr. SB here,
SB thinks all white people are evil. No, he don't think that.
he's been saying it
Not
all day.
white people. SB.
White people are evil.
Comment.
What?
Comment.
I'm just saying.
All white people is obviously
You just said all white people.
I said all white
Yes, you did.
people. Well, I take that back.
Look.
And I say
And you said they were all
a
on.
minority of white people.
You
All I
also
know-
They're gonna be like the new terrorists.
Hey, you know,
Terrence, the way that I say all white people, you saying all black people, blah blah blah. Whatever you got to say about black people, I'm saying about as many black people as you got a problem with. I got that many problem with that many white people. All right,
all right. Well, look.
equal number of black.
How
and
many white people are you exposed to?
Right.
too many, too many.
Do you know too many white people? That's not true.
They
You're lying.
Look, I just want to say that SJWs, who they do exist in real life, even if
Social
you don't
justice
see that
warriors.
many,
Man, this one's
they
sitting at this
hate
very
white
table.
males.
Yeah.
And I think I'm not saying that there's nothing fishy at a gathering like at Charlotte, whatever, that white nationalist thing. But I am saying that with that kind of anti-white crowd that exists, um, it's less and less crazy in my mind that
So
they
there's no
would gather up,
anti-black male. Obviously there is.
What?
Everyone is anti-black male. How can you
including
give a
black males. No,
fuck
well, look,
about anything
I
else?
can tell you this.
Are they the ones getting shot up on the screen, not white people?
I was told
White people
by,
doing the shooting and black people are doing the dying.
look, a black man told me, "Get the fuck out the street, nigga," when I was just walking to the Cluckster to get some food.
Where?
Seabrook.
Ooh, that's a bad neighborhood. Be careful.
In
No,
Annapolis?
I was in the parking lot and
Seabrook.
by the strip club, near that area.
By sensations.
Yeah, just where the shopping area is.
Now, Terrence, what were you doing
Where was
besides?
he?
All right,
Were you?
look.
We lived there. I lived there.
Let me tell you this. My sister and I wanted some fried chicken, so we went to Cluckster's. She was a little bit ahead of me.
You parked where? At this restaurant?
Let the man finish,
Is-
dog.
You have to
Karen-
describe the whole.
All right, it's a strip of stores, and it's a parking lot for it, right? There's a main road. You turn off into it. You park your car, and then you walk, and there's a store. It's a short distance from where we park to the thing. It's not even a real street. It's
Mhm.
a parking lot.
Mhm.
My sister, was a little bit ahead of me, and there was a car that was sitting there, and then she went, and he really, really, really wanted to go, and I'm like
Sitting there where? Sitting where?
sitting on the curb outside of the store. So like there's a sidewalk. Next to the sidewalk, there's a like a little road where you can drive up along the stores.
Uh-huh. And he was waiting to go, and you guys crossed his path?
Look, he was there. She was able to cross no problem. Then he starts wanting to go. And I'm like, well, I'm a pedestrian and I'm obviously walking in this direction and you see me. I should be able to go too. But he had other ideas. He really, really wanted to beat me. And it looked like he started moving a little bit. But I'm not going to stop completely because I'm tired of people trying to, push their weight.
Really? A car? Yeah, okay, I'm sorry, go ahead. Uh-huh.
Right? So he inches only a little bit because he knows that you should let pedestrians go. And I just make sure I'm not going to get run over, and I keep going. And it kind of goes like that until it looks like he's about to run me over. He's really close to where I would be if I was walking faster. And then he stops, and I'm laughing because it's like, oh, this dude wants to run me over. And then once I got to the sidewalk, he must have waited like for his window to come down a little bit. He was like, "Get the fuck out the street, nigga," and I just flipped him off without looking at him because
Well,
you
in
know.
my opinion, from
So
what
it's
you
a
tell me, it
regular
sounds like
interaction.
you knew he wanted to go, and it sounds like you went slow on purpose.
I didn't
And
go
you-
slow. I went slow because it seemed like if I walked normal speed, he was gonna hit me.
So you walk slow in front of him, so
Terrence,
he
I
doesn't
feel
hit you.
Was I the guy who told you that shit? Was that me?
Nah.
Oh, okay.
No, look.
Because we don't like slow motherfuckers
'Cause
walking.
I
I
in front of
wasn't
us.
going.
niggas.
I would have been faster if he wouldn't have tried to like pull that funny mess,
It's
right?
driver-pedestrian social interaction going
You
on.
know,
Happens to me all the
how do you
time.
feel driving through UMD?
I don't like it, and
Do you wait for every single person, or do you? I get
well, let's
through that
describe
fucking
UMD.
shit.
It's like a bunch of fish just swimming around,
Yeah.
and you can't hit any of them.
But a human
they don't
being,
pay attention.
A human being will stop if there's a big piece of metal inching towards them. A human being should. And there's too many of them. This is two different
Yeah,
situations.
because
Crowded
there was just
and
two
not.
people. It was a short distance. It's not like I'm not a slow walker, and it's not a huge
Take
distance.
2 meter steps.
This guy, he was aggressive. He was angry.
Maybe he also wanted the fried chicken, you know?
Nah, he was
That fried chicken
leaving.
is powerful.
He was a
He wanted
sad,
to enjoy his fried chicken. He
a
wanted
sad,
And he
sad
was- and he
individual.
Was he a an example of
He was
all
black.
niggers?
he's not all. Not I don't consider all black people the N word, but he is the type that you don't want in your neighborhood. You don't want to be around them because they bring everything down. He ruined the vibe for no reason. He couldn't just wait 2 seconds.
Well, you were walking a little slower.
That's how
I
we
was
see that.
behind her, but I wasn't walking slow.
Right.
He was not. Look, sometimes you gotta let pedestrians go. That's like the expected
Let me
thing.
ask you this:
But
Did
sometimes you gotta
did the
set the
chicken
guardrails.
taste extra delicious that day because you stood up for yourself?
Um, no, but I did feel extra delicious myself.
All right, that's all we gotta hear. I don't see
Anyway,
how this relates to the Jews, but whatever.
well, I'm just saying, certain people kind of like paint a bad picture for the race. But the very next day, I met a positive black. He was trying to he was trying to tell me and some other guys at work how to like get a better
I
job.
have a question. Did he act white or was he?
No, he didn't act white.
All right.
No,
What?
he was just looking out.
What did he tell you?
What
Um,
job?
well, he was working security at NASA,
Ooh,
and he said it was the best job he ever had. And sometimes you just got to know someone.
why
He
you
was
get out
saying
of?
Man,
do go to like GCR, government contractor research, something, something like
Why he
that.
leave? Why he's doing
No, he's
moonlighting?
no, it's a guy that works at NASA.
you fucking
Me and two other
cl-
people from where I
you
work
clod.
were doing a big delivery there where we got $100
Clod.
tip each.
What's a clod?
Well, see, in this world, there are gods and there are clods. Okay, Terrence and I, gods.
Shut the fuck up!
You
I just
I
Marvin,
agree with that.
you Marvin, are clod. Okay, clod.
you're a bumbleclot.
Bumbleclot.
Fucking bumbleclot. Look, man, we still gotta go back to the Jews, Terrence. Why do you hate the Jews so much?
I don't hate them. I just think that
When you
well, look,
belittled
here's
their
the
poor
thing.
people dying, you were all like, "Oh, it's 11 person."
Here's the thing.
You don't even
I
care, man.
hate the media and TV cuz it's all garbage and Jews kind of run that. So,
So you okay? You were happy with this when this 11 people got murdered?
I wasn't happy, but I wasn't all that sad either. And that's in the context of people getting shot up all the time. So it's not like
So were you sadder when the what was it, the Baltimore newspaper office?
Annapolis.
Whatever.
Yeah,
Was sadder for you?
it was more local.
Damn.
It was localer.
Right.
Hey,
But-
sorry.
That's B. How you feel about the Jews being
Well,
targeted
go
by,
ahead.
That's B.
I have no opinion.
Yeah, I mean it happens.
God damn.
People die every
Tough
day.
crowd.
People are killed every day.
Right.
Well, what I'm saying is, like, other countries have, like, Middle East has bombings.
Really?
It has massacres.
Drones shooting up people.
Yeah, but our
That's
thing,
us.
but our thing is massacres. Like, what the fuck? Like, there's just random people running up to a place and just shooting a lot of people in front of them.
There's massacres all the time in other places. Yeah.
Yeah, something about the
No, but I'm saying
society.
the reality is that
There's-
our thing.
There's actually genocide going on
I guess.
in Saudi Arabia, in Yemen,
Want to talk?
in
Well,
Burma.
speaking of Saudi Arabia,
Oh yeah, let's update the people, right?
WWE Crown Jewel
Oh,
in
what the
about
fuck? That's
2
what I was
weeks
talking about.
in Saudi Arabia.
What the fuck?
They're gonna crown a new Universal Champion there.
Oh,
It's gonna be Brock Lesnar versus
knew
Braun
it.
Strowman, the Monster Among Men.
Who's the other one?
Braun Strowman. He's this big, hairy guy. He's cool though.
Does he look like the guy from Brawny,
No,
the paper towel?
nope. He's more rough than that.
Damn.
No women on that show though, because it's Saudi Arabia.
Well, women belong in the kitchen
For real?
anyways.
That's why.
Yeah,
Well, Saudi Arabia, they just got to drive this year, I think, right? The poor
So-
women.
I think I heard something like that.
Uh,
People are upset about them working with Saudi Arabia because
yeah, they should be, because Saudi Arabia is getting pretty much sanctioned off by everyone because of that bullshit they did with that journalist.
he like died in an interrogation. They say.
Well, first they said it was a fist fight, and then recently they admitted no, the murder was premeditated. and everyone was like, "Duh! You had a body double, you had a carver." And
Here's my view.
well, apparently they cut his fingers off one by one, and then they could hear us screaming down at the first floor office.
Was that his last story? Who broke that news?
The Turkish people, the Turkish government.
They're just there.
Well, they claim they have a tape that they already share with the
Cassette
FBI
tape.
and CIA, but they won't share it with the world because it's going to give away how they were looking into how they were spying on them basically. They were spying on the Saudi Arabian embassy. Apparently, they took this guy, put him on a conference table, took off his fingers one by one, and then the guy who was the head of the embassy,
You should
he
see
was like,
Terrence's face right now.
he was like, "You can't do that. You can't do that. I'm gonna get in trouble." And they were like, "Shut up, bitch! Or you're gonna get you next when you go to Saudi Arabia." Something like that.
Terrence has the biggest smile on his
Terrence
face.
loves that.
No, I was
Story.
just thinking, ooh, that's Halloween. Scary. I do have an opinion about the situation.
But this is the fucked up part though. So after it was announced that the murder was premeditated,
Right.
the Saudi Arabian they got his son, and they forced him to come and do a photo op. And there's a picture of his son shaking the prince's hand, like with a cold stare on his face, and he was forced to do that.
That's what I call gangster.
That's super gangster. I'm gonna kill your dad and make you take a photo of me. Oof.
What's your opinion?
Well, my opinion was at people mad about WWE.
Mhm.
Look, Saudi Arabia obviously
Got
is a
money.
messed up country,
Oh.
but they also have money. My opinion was that things aren't going to change overnight, but with them allowing that WWE craziness, it could be a sign that things can and will change. It might be slow, but even though they did something bad, it's not like it's not the worst thing in the world to work with them if it leads to them
Promoting wrestling all over
if it leads to them being more accepting about
wrestling.
not killing people by ripping their fingers off one by one.
More accepting.
Well, they used a bone saw. They didn't rip them off.
I
They're
was
not,
just at a loss for words.
they're not savages.
You know they say he he was supposed to be like the new wave of just like bringing Saudi Arabia into the world where it'd be like less dictatorship, but they said he's bringing the new dictatorship to Saudi Arabia. So he's just teaching other dictators how to control their country,
Oh,
which is just by being super rich.
You gotta kill the journalists who say
They-
bad shit about
they have
you.
they have oil, right? Like
Yeah.
that's why they're so rich.
Yeah.
Because I was going to be like, why do people bother with them anyway if they're that much of a
The genie came out of that fucking oil thing. I guess a lot of dinosaurs died.
dang?
Yeah, it's fucked up. I wish
I
wish
would.
they didn't have so much money, man. Those fucking Saudi Arabian people. Fucking.
I
Because
just
that's the reason we didn't do much. Because Trump didn't want to lose that $1.2 billion weapons deal we have.
money rules the
We're about to
waves.
sell them a lot of weapons. That's all Trump cared about. And I guess Vince McMahon feels the same way. But they got more weapons, They got different kind of cannons, if you will.
I kind of wish that they and we could listen to more of the Utter Nonsense podcast. SB, you're a little quiet.
Let's be very quiet today. What's wrong with
What's
you?
up?
Listening
I'm just listening.
at the shit coming out of both of your mouths. Right?
Just don't you want Henry next to you? 'Cause Henry's on your dick. Yeah.
No, because it's us against you guys type of thing.
What are you talking about? I'm not.
I'm trying to spread unity.
I'm anti Saudi Arabia. What are you
Both
talking
of you
about?
sound like some crazy ass motherfuckers.
What are you talking about? I haven't said anything.
What did I do?
Terrence, why are we saying this so crazy?
I
Is
don't
this guy
know.
retarded?
Why are we defending Israel?
Why are we defending Israel?
Look,
We feel bad for the Jews. Is the point of this, and
Aren't they like stealing
No, there's not an underground anti-Jew movement in America.
That's ridiculous.
That's a ridiculous statement. But we should probably get some of these crazy crackers out of here. It's a lot of crazy crackers. SB comments.
That seems true. I can vouch.
I'm sorry, what?
WWE Evolution happened, all women's pay per view. First ever last
Did you
women's
see it?
standing match. I paid $10 to watch it. Can you believe that?
Yes.
Well, I did. And the only thing I care about really is that our queen, Becky Lynch, defeated the dastardly Charlotte Flair in the last women's standing match.
She was supposed to win, and she did win.
She fought through the adversity. She proved that she was the best and that she has resolve and endurance and toughness. And she beat Ric Flair's daughter. And now, at Survivor Series, at the end of the month, it's going to be her, Becky Lynch, versus Raw Women's Champion Ronda Rousey. Armbar versus armbar.
Ooh,
Who's going to
wow.
What does armbar versus armbar mean?
Mr. Both submission specialists.
win? Mm-hmm.
Idiot.
They can destroy your arm.
Grow a fucking brain, why don't you?
Look, you don't seem excited,
Mm-hmm.
and that's really offensive.
I don't know what's wrong with
To the
SB. I
universe.
feel like his energy profile started way super high, and then he just shut down again.
It's all that weed you
Saw
guys
that.
smoke.
Saw that political talk. Saw
I-
that killing and shit.
Yeah, we
No
should.
one's
brought
talking
me
about
down.
killing. What are you talking
Brought me
about?
down.
We did talk about killing, and
You know I don't
Those
like that
poor
shit.
Jews. I just feel bad for the Jews, man.
pop, pop, pop. Oy vey. That was terrible.
Yeah, that's fucked up, dog. That's
Oy vey.
The government doesn't
Oy.
listen to this, and they're with it. They're with that shit.
I don't like shootings.
Let's talk about Korea. What's going on with
what's
Korea?
going on in Korea.
I don't know why we was talking about Korea, not us specifically. Why we was talking
Oh.
about Korea a couple weeks ago and now we ain't.
We were talking about Korea.
I can
But
tell
in
you.
the news, I'm saying.
Yeah, there's this show on Netflix called YG Future Strata something office, and
From YG, the rapper.
from like YG, this company in Korea, South Korea, that has like these music idol groups or whatever, K-pop groups,
Mm-hmm.
um, under their label.
Mhm.
There's a show about their offices on Netflix. It's kind of funny. Korea.
I mean, I didn't watch it. Is it like based on reality?
I mean, it's fiction, but they have some real like people
Some real
acting as themselves, and I feel probably some made-up people too.
Terrence, how do you feel about all the shit on Netflix? How do you go through all that shit and know what to watch?
Netflix is kind of annoying. It's hard to sort through, or like, I don't know how it's sorted. I don't even know. Like, is there a way to see
think-
everything?
I think if you
I don't
went,
know.
if
I
you
feel
if
like-
you had the account and you look online, if you go online, right? If you use your computer, don't they have everything?
I wouldn't know because I've never done
I
that.
think you should.
Every time I
would.
look through everything, it feels like it's hard to find new things, and everything keeps getting bumped up, I guess.
Yeah, I hate that.
They said there's a way to see what every other country sees because we see different stuff from other countries. So if you
On
find
what?
out-
On Netflix?
But you gotta do it through the computer.
Nobody has time for
You know what I don't like?
What?
Jews, apparently.
No,
Who knows?
there's this hot. There's this new show. I don't know if it's hot. On Netflix called Chilling Adventures of Sabrina. I was excited to watch it
This movie is awesome. I mean, that show's awesome.
because they had a comic. They released like 8 issues in 4 years or something like that. But it was cool, and I was looking forward to it. But what I got instead of like cool witch stuff is bullying, feminism, empowerment,
Boo.
and gay shit.
Boo. So you want me to watch this? It sounds like it's a trap.
It's also the scary stuff they forgot to mention. There is a magic in there.
Yeah, it is there, but I was
It's
kind
a
of
bunch
thrown off.
It's a bunch of SJW witches, though.
It wasn't that. I don't think so. Like, I would have noticed if it was just so much feminist rah 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 type vibe to it.
Sounds like shit.
But that's just like the first 3 episodes.
Hey, what's brown and sticky?
Caramel?
A stick.
That's a good
Stick.
one.
Get it? That's funny.
Hey, have you ever
Sorry, I
seen
forgot your laugh.
have you ever seen a football player punch a lesbian like in the face?
No.
Because they do that in Sabrina.
They do that in Sabrina.
Yeah, I
An
thought it was
NFL player
unrealistic.
or a
High school.
uh-huh.
It was like four.
What, for being a lesbian?
They were just picking on this lesbian.
She was a dyke.
Why were they
Yeah,
picking on
I
her?
think they said dyke too.
Why were they picking on her?
Well, she was the manly lesbian. So
That's what dyke means.
She was kind of
No,
cute.
I'm just
she was
saying,
kind of
though.
cute for a dyke.
I'm saying, like, I don't mean that. I'm not saying that it was okay, but I'm saying, oh, I can see why they did it.
Is it ever okay to hit a lesbian?
I was.
When they feel that they're man enough to hit you.
When they're zombies?
Okay.
I can go with the zombie.
Because I don't know how you're going to judge if they're... Like, what if they hit you just slightly like
What are
this?
you talking about? What are you talking about?
Like, how hard would they have to hit you?
Oh,
Like a
an
man?
actual punch. Playing around is playing around.
Oh.
Trying to hurt you. Because she thinks she's a man.
But she's like, ah! But you don't even feel it.
Do you
But
understand what I'm saying?
I feel you. Like if you have to defend yourself, or if you just want to defend yourself,
Women, don't hit dykes, okay, guys?
Why?
Because it's wrong.
unless they hit you first.
What about what about a
Can't hit-
tranny?
you gotta
What
be-
about a tranny?
You gotta be
That's
like...
a dude. That's really a dude
You
that's
gotta
trying to be a
you gotta
lady,
be like Sanji.
and he's
just-
really a man.
You gotta be like Sanji. Just,
Then you burn him.
whoa.
I mean, he's violent. He's crazy. You can't. Normal people don't act in that way.
It's true. I can't argue with that.
It's scarier that way. Can you imagine? Oh, I did see a video of this tranny that walked into, I think, a 7-Eleven or something like that with an axe.
That got you very excited, didn't it?
It walked into this convenience store with an axe. It started talking to this dude. The dude was just like trying to go in line or whatever, and then turned away. And then this crazy tranny hit the dude in the face with the axe.
Ooh.
And like he started bleeding later. I think it took a little bit for the blood to show up, but he was messed up. And when it was leaving the tranny, it also attacked this other person who was like at the doorway. So it hit 2 people with an
Well,
axe.
Hey,
And no one did anything.
playing
What the fuck?
devil's advocate, they were probably picking on that tranny.
It seemed like they were just sort of minding their own business.
You
It
don't
sounds
know.
like
You don't
if
know
you
what
go.
happened.
No,
before that.
shut up, SB. If you're going to a store with an axe in your hands, you're probably coming in there with a bone to pick.
But you know what?
Yeah, revenge. Revenge.
Revenge against who? The perk.
The motherfucker that fuck with them.
Dog, you fucking ridiculous. You
I don't know,
fucking
I'm just
defending
saying.
this nameless tranny for
I'm
no
just
reason.
saying.
I have an idea about that though. It seemed like a wild situation, like a video game. So maybe the tranny was actually player 1, and the people it hit were just NPCs, like a real life game of Grand Theft Auto.
Shut the
That's
fuck up.
nasty what you said. Hit him in the face with an axe.
Yeah.
No.
It's not like his face came off.
I don't need to see anything.
Was this in
I don't
Florida?
need to see nothing.
I'm gonna type tranny axe
Oh my
attack.
God.
Was this in Florida?
I don't want to see it.
I don't know. Tranny axe.
I don't like violence.
You just want to drop my shit like that?
Baki the
Bro.
grappler. Socialist
What'd you say?
tranny violently attacked.
You dropped it on the floor the first time.
I think this is.
Hey, give it. Are you done with it? Can you unplug it?
What happened? Oh.
I mistreated his charger. I'm sorry.
There.
No,
it's not that
I
bad.
don't want to see.
look.
Show.
It's
Yeah.
creepy. Halloween. Ugh. What could be scarier?
No, I don't want to see.
Look, he wouldn't have done anything to anyone else that he hadn't done to his penis himself. Right? Henry's watching the
That's why
video.
you don't mess with anybody in the street. That's why that guy started stabbing me. That one time because I didn't give him a fucking beer.
Did you mess with him?
No, I just didn't give him a beer.
Well, don't interact with them. What the fuck?
Avoid.
I keep telling you to stop going out late at night, Henry.
Did it happen yet?
Henry, you should.
Nope. Starting time
Sean Ray, just look. It's not that bad.
though. Better.
Nah.
They wouldn't show it if it was that bad.
It they
And they're
you
covering his
the,
face, so he's not sure a little bit.
Is it blurred?
Yeah.
Oh, the one I saw wasn't blurred, and it wasn't that bad.
you sick fuck.
I don't like the violence.
That's is they white?
Yeah, they look white.
Yep.
Oh.
Yep.
But you don't do
I forget how we got there, but
Marvin had some kind of fascination on the topic. He started looking some shit up.
What do you mean? What topic? The axe thing? I
Mhm.
think Terrence got a little bit too excited about
He
the
did get
story.
I remembered
super
something that was
excited.
somehow related to what we were talking about. I get excited when I have something to contribute. I don't talk much.
You've been talking your ass off.
That's because I feel comfortable in this kitchen.
All right, beautiful.
It's a dining area, but I understand.
Oh,
what you
I
mean.
know what I
Yeah.
forgot to mention. There was a couple in Yosemite Park that died taking a selfie.
Were they white?
They were Indian.
Oh no!
Thank you, come again, right? Hey,
Uh,
Apu got kicked off The Simpsons too, which is why I brought this up because we got
The
two
more
Indian
pressing
people
matter.
lost their life in real life,
Thank you. Coming
and then
again.
Apu
Coming again.
lost his Simpsons
He's
life.
not. He's asking everybody to come again.
Yeah,
but
did,
he ain't coming.
did you know what happened with Apu?
what?
Because of the whole controversy, this one guy made a documentary about
Yeah.
it.
Uh huh.
So Simpsons said fine, and they
So
retiring Apu off the show.
Just because there was one
Some
Indian.
some complainer,
No,
and they
that's a
puss
lot of
out.
complaints.
Oh, because I mean they got one. I didn't see the episode, and I'm just gonna assume what the complaint was. Because there's one Indian, and they got one person to put all those stereotypes into. Is that what it is?
The Simpsons argument was that hey, we have a lot of stereotypical characters.
It's not even as bad as other shit.
Yeah,
Like
you
South
like
Park. You fucking.
Bumblebee Man.
Like
You know what I'm
I wish
saying?
they had more
You
black.
see the Spanish dude?
Yeah, the
He's
Spanish guys.
And he's
no,
drunk. Was
no,
he drunk?
no, he always in a
Just-
Bumblebee costume. He's always like, ay, ay, ay.
And Willie. Willie.
That Irish fuck,
Scottish.
yeah.
Scot-
Scottish,
Yeah.
Scottish fuck, yeah. But these SJWs, man, they got to the Simpsons, dog. Nothing is sacred anymore.
They won't be happy until everything you like is just pussified and bland and boring. And
That's
milk
why I
toast.
hate. That's why I hate the ultra left.
And they're gonna like
Yeah,
throw
the
more
ultra
gay
left.
stuff and
yeah,
everything.
any ultra, anything that's
See, a
too
lot of
extreme.
people, a lot of people, they believe that shit blindly, like probably Henry.
Huh?
Oh no.
Say it again.
I was sad.
A lot of people just believe in that shit blindly.
Believe what? Believe in what?
Like they'd be like,
I would say
they be on
this
Team
is it.
Democrat
I'm over here.
because they want Democrats to
I'm
win,
actually independent.
not realizing that this decisions fuck up. It fucks up for the rest of us, man.
What did I just say? I'm
Shut up, Henry. No one cares about you.
Are you, Terrence, a Republican?
I'm independent.
You on your shit it say independent.
Yeah, I made sure to do that.
Yeah, my shit's
Like even
independent,
when I
too.
voted for Obama, I didn't
Which you
put
didn't.
Democrat. I did in 2012.
The first one or the second one?
Second, I could have voted in the first, but I didn't. He won anyway. Maybe that was a mistake.
Yeah, he was a horrible president. Fucking Obama.
But we got it.
McCain would have done better.
I never said that.
McCain was out the door anyway.
I never said
He's
that.
dead now,
But
right?
McCain died a
He
hero.
would have died sooner if he had all that stress.
He died a
Real
hero.
shit.
Don't be talking about
That'd have been
McCain.
fucked. Then Sarah Palin would have been the president.
Oh,
that
hell
would
no.
have been a nice
Holy
first one.
shit.
Ah, hell no.
She was hotter than Hillary.
She's hot and dumb.
Man, a lot of people are dumb.
Dumb motherfucker.
I think
That
we're a
shit
little
is
dumb.
Funny as shit. McCain. That's old. It's too old.
We got a judge who can change all the laws of the land now.
What'd you say?
That judge
Uh,
Say it again. He could change all the laws in the land.
I think that's a
don't think he
wild
has that kind of
exaggeration.
power. Yeah, he doesn't just.
I
can't
think
just change all the laws.
important ones. The ones most recent.
No, Henry. The case that's set before them is determined by some other stuff. He can't just do it himself. Don't give this man too much power, hen dog. See, that's what I was telling you, man. That left-leaning liberal agenda got people like Henry fucked up like that.
Because there's people that are super gullible, uber
Mm,
gullible. Some would say. Notice I'm staring at you, Henry.
Is that what Antifa is?
what you say?
They're fascists.
Antifa?
They're a bunch of skinny people who just like to make noise and fight.
Hey, Terry, so did you like it when Trump said that he's
But
bringing the
don't you
word
get it?
nationalist back?
Is the most extreme fighting the most extreme?
Fuck, what are you talking about?
The leftist extreme versus the right extreme. Antifa is
I
What the
mean,
fuck is
as an
Antifa?
individual, you have to be kind of extreme to fight
the
people.
anti-fascist.
Never heard of it.
Antifa.
Say that again, Terrence.
You got to be pretty extreme as an individual to fight anyone.
Mm-hmm.
That's what
Mm,
I'm saying. So, yeah, so it's Antifa versus the white nationalists.
I don't know what the fuck you're saying still. You
It's,
keep
it's
repeating the
like
same shit.
like an Avengers
Can you
movie.
tell them what Antifa is so I can explain
All I know is that it's a bunch of weirdos who like wear black and they
Black
go
Power?
out in force and
it? Show up at Nazi rallies and beat up the Nazis.
Oh, it's
So it's,
our
so it's a counter.
uh
It's a counter protest.
extremists. It's our extremists.
Yes, it's that. That's what I'm saying.
lefties.
The one extreme with the other extreme clashing.
Yeah, you want to see some get punched in the face?
This is the first I hear of this.
I don't, Terrence.
Really?
What?
I don't want to see no kind of violence. I didn't want to see an axe in the face, and I don't want to see a punch in the face.
But a punch is funnier.
You know, the
Jeez.
police actually treat Antifa worse than they do the other people.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because the
Good.
police work with them.
Antifa punched brain damage. Don't pick fights with people.
Any fight can lead to brain damage. Don't throw Antifa on there.
Look, you haven't heard of the Battle of Portland?
No.
Antifa gets knocked out. BTFO.
What is BTFO?
Blown the
Blown the fuck. Blown the fuck
out.
out. Blown the fuck out?
That's what I would think. Is it just repeating the same thing?
No. Ooh. You know why they're using that song? It's from Rick and Morty. Holy shit. Oh, that was funny as fuck. That Rick and Morty, they was whooping ass. Hey, he knocked that fool out. I don't like to see that shit.
I saw.
So he was the dude that knocked him out. He was an extreme left dude. I can see both sides. We left can be super extreme and violent, and the right can be super extreme and
Idiots
violent.
can be
Yeah.
extreme and violent. You know my philosophy.
What?
Caring makes you gay. Chill out. I'm gonna put that on a T-shirt.
Don't sell a lot of t-shirts.
I don't think a lot of people would buy it. Not nowadays. They'd be like, "Oh, he's anti-gay."
I mean, aren't they promoted so heavily these days? Right? They have a whole month. They're all over the TV.
They got
Who? The neo-fascists?
Gay stuff.
Oh, the gays?
I'm not even a hater. I don't want to see it. Right? Is that normal? That's not crazy.
What do you mean you want to see it?
I don't want to
Nobody
see
wants
a
to
bunch
see
of gay stuff all
gay
the time.
shit happening
Or
in
ever.
front of my face.
Yeah.
Well, then don't watch it. Turn away.
Would? No, that's. I don't know.
I mean,
Because
I
that
don't,
ain't going to change. It's only going to get more mainstream.
yeah, I don't watch a lot of TV anyway.
When I say mainstream, I mean like that's something to show you.
Yeah, there was gay stuff in it. Netflix, Jews.
So why are you promoting Sabrina so much? This is what the third time that I've heard you bring it up on the podcast.
Because the comic was cool, and I'm hoping by the end of the season that it'll write itself. I watched this stupid show called Riverdale, and
Last time you said the show was amazing, full of adventure and hijinks.
yeah,
What
some of
happened?
it.
What happened?
Season 2 happened.
Ooh, what happened to you, dog?
It just got dumb. And no, it got silly. It's based on a comic, and you can tell.
So, they do a good job.
It's there's some
It's
cringe
not modern enough.
Cringe about what?
about the plots, the characters, things they
Ju-
do and say.
Because it's whack. Because it's whack.
but it's also kind of fun to watch. It's more entertaining than real life.
The Office is more entertaining than real life.
Which Office?
He already
The
saw
Office
The
with
Office.
Huh?
He already
The
saw
Office
The
with
Office.
Steve
Look, I
Carell.
figured, Terrence. I see a lot of dog shit, and sometimes you just gotta enjoy the shit. Like I saw Glow for crying out loud. I can't be talking about you seeing this bullshit Riverdale.
Glow had boobs in it though,
Yeah, that was hot. First episode.
and it's about wrestling.
Chaka chaka chaka. First episode, dog. And
Mhm.
what other shit I watch? I see this other bullshit show.
Nails.
This bullshit show,
Which
Castlevania.
tells me the
That
same
shit's
thing.
some bullshit. Who the
Ca-
fuck likes Castlevania?
Castlevania is cool.
Did you
You know,
own
there's
any games?
Castlevania characters in Smash Brothers.
Did you own any games?
Yeah, I had Henry's played one of them or two. Area of Sorrow on the Game Boy Advance, Dawn of Sorrow on the DS.
I
I
really don't even remember when he had this
It's a
DS.
side
Down-
scroller.
Yeah, I downloaded Symphony of the Night on my PS3, and I got lost, and then I stopped playing it.
Lost, like you didn't know where to go.
Yeah, where to go, what to do. Sucked.
You can't. Games be. Now that I'm playing some of these games that I got, these old games, I'm realizing that they were way too complex for a kid to be playing.
But they managed to play it.
They play it having fun, but they could not have understood what was going on and fully played it. Fully got 100% and knew what the fuck to do. Also, all these old games, how can anybody get through these fits without having the internet and a walkthrough beforehand and a video on how to do the shit? You know what I'm saying? Do you know what I'm saying?
You know, they
Repeat
used
it
to have
again?
a tip hotline for some games back in the past.
Is that
Like,
for real?
yeah, you can
Did
look
you
it up.
call?
Well, I remember, and this is gonna date me, but when we got Final Fantasy VII, there was this one part in the first disc that we never even passed. We just stopped playing it and we moved on to Final Fantasy VIII instead. And I didn't beat it too much later. And then at that point, I was like, oh, wait, I have game facts. Let me see how to beat this part. Because back in those days, you couldn't do shit.
Mm-hmm.
If you didn't know how to get past the story part, and
And it was
just
complex
fucked.
as fuck. Like
Yeah, some of these games you gotta do some crazy shit. Like Metal Gear, there's this one part where you gotta get a codec from the back of your CD case. And I didn't have the CD case, so, so even when I found out what to do, I still couldn't do it until I got there.
Yeah.
You loaded up the GameFAQs walkthrough.
That's right. It's fucked up, man. So I figured out.
Did you guys ever play Contra?
Some Contra.
Yeah, that game.
That's
I forgot. It's like you keep playing it until you fucking beat the game. Like if you lose too many times, you get reset all the way to the beginning. I was like, what the fuck?
Fuck.
'Cause I haven't seen a game like that in a long
Fuck that, dog.
time. Other than Dead Souls?
Dark,
Dark
Souls.
Souls. That's different though, because you can save in Dark Souls.
Yeah, but I haven't seen a game like that in a long time. Imagine if we got a game like that now. Where you,
Well, there are games with permadeath on them and shit if you want.
Yeah. You could,
What's it called?
indie games
Permadeath.
have a
What
lot
does
of
that
old school style.
A mode where if you die, your save file gets deleted and you can't. It's called permadeath.
Sean Bay is shaking his head.
Because somebody can't handle that shit. Or instead
I
of
play on
permadeath.
easy, then I play on normal,
You
and
used
then
to,
I play on hard.
you used to
Why?
fucking bum, dog. I start on normal.
Hey, what
Then
game did you just get?
Ratchet and Clank.
No, I mean you texted me.
Oh, Cruising World.
The
We used to play
racing
Cruising
game.
World, right?
Once you get,
Not with me.
once you
You
get
didn't play
Smash
it?
Brothers, dog.
I played
You
it,
and me was
but
playing
not a
it.
lot. Like I didn't have the game.
You didn't
Once
have
you get
it?
Smash
No.
Brothers, man.
If you had it,
Are you
maybe.
sure that wasn't you and me?
I never
trying
had
to
cruising.
Win and beat the shit.
Not cruising. I promise.
You didn't have Cruising USA.
I didn't have any cruising. I never owned cruising
Sounds like you're both cruising for a bruising.
in the butt.
Whoa.
Spooky.
You keep saying
Spooky. It's Halloween.
What do you keep saying spooky for?
Anytime he says something fucked up, hey man, it's Halloween. It's spooky.
Do you talk about the Indian couple that killed themselves?
You mentioned it, And then I
They
asked were
they
they white
fell.
because they were taking a selfie.
What'd
Yeah,
they do?
they were taking a
Make me
selfie.
laugh.
They were taking a selfie off a famous cliff,
Oh, that's
and
first mistake.
presumably while they were
They both fell at the same time.
at the same time,
One grabbed the other. Should have been
knowing
looking where they were standing.
Oh
probably the
my
girl grabbed the
god!
guy to help himself, and then she killed him instead. Everyone's sad about it, I guess. I
So
don't
what
know.
they
Where
were
did
trying
they?
to say? Hey, did the picture survive?
Yeah, but they're not releasing it because it's too graphic.
Where did
It's
they
not
land?
graphic. It has. They had to have taken the picture before they fell, right? Or they didn't get it off.
What? It was a
Did they have
picture in
selfie
motion.
stick?
It's not here.
Or was it just?
Man,
And this is breaking in the uh, the network that killer used,
which killer?
the synagogue killer guy,
Hmm.
the social media network he used.
Gab.
Gab.
Didn't he use a bunch of them?
Gab. No, he used a website called Gab,
I'm on
known
Gab.
to be frequently by extremists. You on Gab?
Yeah,
Well, you guys get shut down today.
free speech.
Well,
Alternative.
you guys get shut down today because
Because of that guy.
Because haters.
because people are blaming Gab. I don't know what the fuck.
No, Gab had a troubled history anyway. Couldn't get on like I think Apple Store and Google Play Store, and I feel like they had problem with hosting. I don't know. It was like an alternative kind of to Twitter, and they just didn't want it to succeed.
Are you saying you wanted to succeed?
Yeah, because I like being able to. I think people should be able to say what they want, and you were able to
Are you
do
a
that.
troll online?
I'm not a troll.
Do you just say crazy shit online, crazier than what
I
you're
like to read it, but I don't. I don't really say much online. Although I did do some recordings by myself.
On Gab.
No, I didn't release it yet. I did it yesterday.
Because Gab says they attract a crowd of extremists, including white nationalists and neo Nazis.
I
Sounds
mean,
like Terrence.
That's what they're popular for.
look, they can stay. They can stay and not get banned, but that's not all it is. That's ridiculous.
I don't know, dog.
How many extremists are there? And you know they're what's it called? The ISIS people on Twitter. You know that, right?
Just ISIS people on Twitter?
Yeah.
If you
Or
say
there
so.
were.
I mean, if you say so.
I do. Not to mention anti-white people on Twitter too. All anti-white
I
males.
thought the M&T
males-
show was anti-white. Why are we not anti-white?
Well, I don't want to be anti anyone except jerks and crybabies.
White people are the biggest crybabies of them all.
And the biggest jerks.
Maybe, but
You agree with that?
well, there are a lot of self-hating whites and whites that'll tear
Are
other
those the only
whites
bad?
down.
Those the only bad white people in your eyes?
They're the most pathetic.
What the fuck?
They're the most pathetic.
Henry, do you think Chance is taking crazy pills?
I think he has been exposed to a different point of view than all of us.
I think we should all have a healthy sense of self, but we should also be honest with ourselves.
They should be honest and say, or not say, the white people that are pathetic.
They should there are people who like to blame the white man on everything that's wrong in their lives when they have had some of the most privileged lives possible in history. And that's just kind of sick. I mean, imagine some white kid from the burbs who's wearing a pussy hat and a furry tail and some hoodie from the mall complaining about white people oppressing him, her, it. They don't know what they are. There's something wrong with that, right?
I didn't understand your.
I think if we got to that next level, you know that next level? Like, before we were hunter gatherers, so after we started getting our food together, then we started building literature, math, and all sciences and shit. So now that we got into the, like, our peak, now that they reached the point to where they're, like, comfortable and they can do whatever the fuck they want, like, what else are they gonna go? you're gonna look more inside, right? So you're like, oh, you're hurting my feelings. Before, fuck your feelings. You gotta survive. Now it's like, I survived, so
Yeah,
it's
everyone's
just
getting
more.
softer.
Yep.
Yeah. After hard times,
I'm so soft.
create hard people.
I think we need
And,
We all know
another.
what we're talking about, right?
We need another extinction
Event.
event. Yeah, just to keep humanity on its feet. You know, just to keep us on the toes a little bit.
Saying that even you might die, you don't care.
How about you want a Thanos?
Yeah, we need a Thanos-like situation.
where should we start?
We need to call the herd, if you will. But we can't do it. It's not. I mean, where we start. Tell us we're not killing the Jews. Get that out of your head.
Look, which group makes us feel the most bad?
White people.
It's like when I'm walking down the street, the people that make me feel the most bad are the homeless and the beggars,
How
right?
do they make you feel bad?
Because they're sad, and the ones that ask for money make me feel guilty and mad that they even asked me in the first place, right?
But if they don't have anything, and they're not getting anything. They're not using up anything.
Well, we're talking about resources.
They're not using. They don't. They're on the street. They're not using any resources.
Man, my resources.
So how can they
sometimes
affect
they're
you?
trying to
Other
clean my
people's
window and
resources.
shit.
They're not using any
Look, man,
resources.
they're
But
using
I was-
the homeless shelters. They're getting my free soup.
I was gonna say, all this we gotta help Africa. They're
Help
not
Africa.
doing so well. If we're gonna Thanos anything, let's get rid of the dead weight.
A lot of the ones who are also veterans, so they know how to fucking fight back if you question them.
Henry, what?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, a lot of.
We're not gonna kill them ourselves, you idiot.
No, but I'm saying the percentage is veterans, so they know how to fight. That's what I'm saying.
No one cares.
Okay, so if you try to kill them, do you think they're just gonna stand there and be like, okay, take me away. I guess I'm done with my life. Because if they would have, they were.
Have you seen Infinity Wars? Have you seen
This nigga
Infinity
retarded?
Wars?
Yeah, this nigga doesn't know what
No?
the fuck we talking about.
All right. Well, he snapped his finger and half the
God.
universe
Henry, there's no
Disappeared.
fighting involved, you idiot.
disappeared.
You may have seen a meme based on it.
God damn, how long is.
How long is this podcast?
Terrence had to take a shit last time.
The time before that, I
No, it was
think.
time before that. He didn't take a shit. He just sharted. It's fine.
Yeah. Well, and then later I did.
Oh, we have an update. Remember that game that I shed all over?
Which one?
Jumpstar.
Oh yeah, Jump Force or
Yeah,
whatever.
Jump Force. So they just announced that there is a 1 versus 1. And it's 3 versus 3, but it's 1-on-1. So I'm back in, baby. Back in.
Say it again.
You know, I asked a question like that.
Yeah.
You know, if it was like 3 characters, but it was 1-on-1, and you said it was not like
Yeah,
that.
it wasn't like that. But it changed it.
They had 3 people when you were playing it all out.
Yeah, it was 3 versus 3.
Okay.
Like a creepy vibe, though.
You mean
So,
the
like,
way
You,
it looks?
you
though?
mean the
Alright.
hyper realistic style? I mentioned that last time.
You know,
too.
I didn't realize that a City Hunter was a Shonen Jump thing.
Yeah, me either. Or Seku guy.
But it is cool.
That bullshit guy.
CQT.
Yeah, whatever. The
He's not
nigga.
bullshit.
He's bullshit.
Oh, I've never seen him, but I just know he's on J Stars, and I know he was tight as shit. Got that big
Oh,
ass
you-
green ball.
Are you talking about the pink hair dude?
Yeah.
I like that show.
You watched that show?
Say it again.
You seen it?
I want to make sure I'm talking about the same thing.
The green
the,
dude.
the guy with the
He has
pink,
and he wears green. And
The green suit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that. The psychic.
Yeah, psychic nigga.
So the thing is, they can bring anybody from the anime world now. So it's like, that's also pretty cool, though. You know?
I do think that some of the people look
I
weird.
love Blackbeard.
Like
I
mainly,
love Kaido.
shut the fuck up. Mainly Luffy looks weird. And some of the other characters. Harry, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to shut you the fuck up.
You can't have those characters because they ain't even shown yet. For real, they're not fleshed out.
Yeah, you can just play. You can play Sasuke.
Kaido's in the other One Piece game though.
In what? In a game?
Yeah.
Did he do his powers?
No, he don't.
He's just strong
he's a
because they didn't know
strong
what
guy.
he did.
They
Huh?
didn't know what the fuck he did. They just made him super strong hockey user.
I like the sport hockey. The
Not
Capitals. one.
hockey. We're talking about hockey. Haki. It's like key.
And he said he likes the sport hockey.
And
Yeah.
instead, we're not talking about hockey. We're talking about hockey.
When the Capitals won the little cup, I was watching Skating Polly perform.
What the fuck is skating Polly?
Oh,
Polly
it's
Chrissy
this-
Pants?
No, it's this cool little band from Washington. The other Washington.
State.
Yeah, they're awesome.
Okay.
Should check them out. I'll tell you some songs to listen to, and
Mm,
you will.
Terrence, I can't imagine you getting excited over music.
Well,
You go to a lot of shows. I can't see you getting excited over music.
Well, if I like the music,
I don't see you enjoying music at all.
what's the name of the
Ever.
band?
skating, Polly.
Prissy pants. Polly prissy
I
pants.
wanted to mention earlier, like before, there's this group called Hands Off Gretel, and their music put me to sleep before, but the latest stuff that they release is like fire. You should listen to that. Hands Off Gretel. Reminds me of Jack Off Jill, but it's not. I'm telling you stuff to listen to, SB.
Okay.
All your Drake and your
I don't listen to Drake.
Migos that you listen to.
Who's that?
It's that trio.
You know an awful lot.
SB only listens to weird rap, like underground rap.
Do you know Dresta? Well, you know BG Knockout, right?
Oh, Dresta. I heard
Mhm.
Jasta. Yeah, I know
I
Dresta.
know you listen to J. Cole and what was that Kendrick Lamar. You like Kendrick Lamar?
I know who Kendrick Lamar is. Who is that other one that you mentioned?
You listen to J. Cole
Mm-mm.
and who else? You used to be big on Petey Pablo and
Didn't Petey Pablo die?
I didn't hear that.
I thought
The,
all those
the
gangsters.
dude from like Crisscross died.
Crisscross applesauce.
Exactly.
Damn.
I didn't know you knew about them.
He doesn't know about shit.
That's the only thing I know about them.
Shit then died down. What's going on? You over there reading up on all the topics, yet you're not delivering any topics.
I'm just reading a bunch of
You
Trump
doing
shit.
other
A
shit?
bunch of Trump shit.
Other shit?
You're letting Trump live in your
I
mind
was
rent
reading.
free.
I was reading manga for a while, and then
This
I got bored.
motherfucker.
I
I
saw
tried to
some
play a
manga.
game, and he got mad at me. But you over there being quiet,
Well,
not
because
contributing.
you guys were talking about music, and I don't care about music.
I don't care about politics. So where does that put us?
You love politics. You're the one that wants to
I
change
just
the
don't
world. blah,
like
blah, blah.
Trump. That I don't think changing the world got anything to do with politics. It has
You gotta
everything
know
to
the
do with
world
just
to change the
doing
world.
shit.
You
Do you
gotta
just
know the
do
world
it.
to change the world.
Do you think we should have like a Mortal Kombat style tournament to determine who leads?
I think it'd be cooler than what we have now.
It would be cooler.
I think they should like each have their own fighters and have them
Are they
fight
fighting
to,
to the death?
and have them fight to the
I
death.
wish
at
we
our
were in
amusement.
some kind of world where
I
like
feel like my
people
lip
could.
is swollen up.
It is. It looks kind of ugly on the left. No, I'm just talking shit. I wish we did have a world where like any kind of powers something was real, where somebody could actually rise up and be the top of something, any kind of powers. And then we could do that Mortal Kombat shit. And you know who would be on top? Your boy.
Floyd Mayweather?
Your boy SB.
Pussy SSB?
Nah, this SB right here.
Like, imagine if
Undefeated.
a 6'7" guy.
Mayweather's he's only good in boxing, where they have very strict rules. If it was just a street fight and somebody was bigger than him, he would get beat. He's good at
He might get
dodging,
beat.
and when they say break, oh, he can stop and have a break. Boxing ain't a real fight, not a real fight. I mean, I guess he would fuck up the average person, but it's not a real fight.
You know, the philosophy I always go by, there's always someone better than you. So you always gotta strive to be better.
Especially in your case.
Come on, man.
You gotta kick me while I'm down.
It's a
Are you
low
down?
blow.
Yes.
You
I
look
couldn't
down.
tell.
You coming down? What's going on?
He's going down.
He's going down.
He's
He
going
has
down?
to take a second shit.
No, I've been trying to go to the bathroom. Or
Oh, she's in there? Oh.
Hey, it's her house. The fuck you think this is? Huh?
Maybe
Oh,
she's
she's
not.
sorry.
Let me finish, but hey.
If you go in the shed, no one will notice until later.
You gotta piss? You gotta piss? Piss outside.
There are children out there, Sean.
It's 9 o'clock.
There's this thing about this guy being naked in
Hey,
his
for the
house.
record, I pissed outside when I smoked my cigarette.
And you look like somebody.
You goddamn right. I hope I do. What were you saying,
Maybe
Terrence?
there's this case, I think, where this dude got in trouble for being naked in his house early in the morning, and this mother and her daughter were like walking by, and I guess they walked up to the window and peeked in. I don't know. They just saw him naked in his house.
Henry, go ahead, go outside, you weirdo.
For real? He got in trouble for being naked in his house?
Yeah, if I remember right.
Yeah, I'm naked inside my house all the time. I'm worried. Cause I keep that
Especially
window open too. And the steak coming up here, looking at my dick, looking outside, just praying.
Google. Google Street View.
Hey man, somebody can get a nice little iPhone. I don't care. Good for you.
Just see Henry walking by.
I know, right?
Tiny little penis.
You saw it too?
Anyways, guys, I think that about does it today, guys.
Stop being a punk. A punk
Trying to
bitch.
smoke, dog. Come on.
Are you? This was for me and Henry.
What?
Finally, bring some energy.
Nani could
This is for me and Henry when
Fuck
I leave.
Henry. Fuck you too.
What, you want to smoke this? Alright. Yes, I mean, you usually be like, oh, it's so strong, that's enough. You'd be good after one blunt.
Yeah, but this week we got this week is lackluster, man. I don't know. Baby cakes.
Which is why,
More like
Lackluster.
baby schmakes.
You guys are picky with weed?
Well, it's because we've been getting some good shit recently, but this one time,
Maybe you're just
Got
all
some good shit
smoked
from-
out.
got some good shit from the pop-up. You should go and Terrence should get some kind of edibles or something.
We've tried that, and it's not for me. Weed doesn't work with Terry, and I don't want to try it anymore. I hate the smell now. It's the real thing.
I feel you, bro. It's a sad thing.
It's not sad.
No, I mean it's. You're not the only person that's ever did
What's
it.
wrong with your lip, Terrence?
A little while ago, when I was touching it, it felt like what it feels like when it's about to get big.
Did you bite your lip?
No.
You think you maybe it's a bug bite? Because it's like feels swell. I think I can't, not for real, but maybe a little bit. Can you see it's swollen? I mean, it's not swollen. It ain't swollen.
I'll know for sure later.
Okay. Now,
On the Utter Nonsense podcast.
Marvin, when's your birthday?
It's May 18th.
May 18th.
Terrence, so how long have you two been together? For you to know his birthday with the goddamn quickness.
I'm pretty good at remembering people's birthdays when I
What's his
learn
birthday?
it. October 3rd.
Your mom's.
June 11th.
Henry's.
Hers is June 11th?
Henry's.
Yeah. 25th. But I heard maybe there's some
30th?
something weird going around there. Is it really the 25th?
My papers say January 1st.
Illegal motherfucker.
Yes.
Illegal
Sick.
motherfucker. Go back to your country.
Your dad's.
The 28th, I think.
Sean
The
Bass.
February.
Sean Bass.
He knows
June
mine. I
4th.
already know he knows mine.
Whoa, excuse me.
No, I don't even know my mom's.
You don't?
I don't know anybody's birthday.
What about your little sister?
Nobody's
Hmm.
birthday. Only mine.
That's cool.
That's how we. Okay, well, yeah, good for you, bitch.
Is there a reason for that or no?
No, it's just like never paid points for the town.
It doesn't take stock in birthdays.
Do you don't get your mom nothing?
Since I don't care about my birthday, no, I always do. But like, since I don't care about my birthday, I don't care about anybody else's birthday.
Your birthday is on Christmas.
Yeah.
For
Fuck
real?
Overshadowed.
Maybe that's why I go. The truth comes out sometimes.
May 10th, huh? Is that how you say it?
Yeah. Rolls off the tongue, right?
Yeah.
Too
Oh,
bad I
his name
don't.
was Whitey Burglar. Burger?
Bugler?
Burger.
I know Whitey
Bulger.
from Me, Myself, and Irene.
Dog, he was killed a day after transfer.
Oh, what's the difference between a day and a year? Still got killed.
Who are we talking about?
The mob guy.
His name was Whitey.
That's his nickname.
Fuck.
Whitey.
Oh, we didn't talk about the Indonesian plane crash.
Well, that's what you get when you're on an Indonesian plane.
Yeah, that's what you get when you're on an Indonesian plane.
I
I mean, that shit happens
Did you know what they found?
too often.
You know what they found their system?
In the pilots?
Yeah, they
What?
found speed.
Speed.
There's a song
Are
called
they Menafines? What the fuck?
Speed by DJ Quick that I like.
Hey, how come there's so many fucking Indonesian planes that just get lost or
That's what I'm saying, man.
what's going on over there?
Isn't that the other triangle over there? You know, we got the
The Bermuda and the Bermuda.
nah, for real, shit. It's called the Dragon's Triangle
Oh shit!
over there in that area.
Is that true?
I thought it was the Dragon Circle,
It's another triangle.
but you could also make it a circle.
I mean, anything it could be a square if you want.
Yeah, it's all arbitrary.
It is all arbitrary.
So this dragon circle. Wow.
Dragon's Triangle.
Nah, he said circle, bro.
Yeah, circle. Wow. A circle's more attractive.
Look, regardless, what does the triangle do? It kills
No,
planes.
it's just like the Bermuda Triangle.
Well, I heard the
same
Bermuda
shit.
Triangle was the time slip.
Same shit.
Guys, let's not go to Indonesia. Let's go to Japan instead.
The Devil's Sea, Dragon Circle.
It's not the
Oh
Dragon's
shit!
The
It's the
Formosa
Dragon
Circle.
Circle.
It's the Dragon's Triangle.
He just said Dragon
Pacific
Circle.
Bermuda Circle.
It is not this fucking circle.
I'm looking at it
Prove
and I
me,
see a
show
circle.
me. It's okay.
Let me see this Dragon Circle.
Big ass triangle.
It's the one with
Dog,
the
this
white
looks like a
highlight.
circle. What are you talking about?
Are there not? Did he change the picture?
I see a triangle and then I see a circle.
Yeah, there is a circle in
So
there.
which is the circle? Or which is the triangle?
It's the Dragon Circle.
Why are you
And-
making it a circle, chump? Circles are soft. All right, they got no edge.
I mean, okay, they don't have an edge.
Actually, it
but
says the
that's
Devil's
the
Sea.
brilliance.
He says the Devil Sea, also known as the Dragon's Triangle, and the Formosa Triangle, and the Pacific Bermuda Triangle. So it's actually
has nothing to do with a circle.
nothing to do with a circle. I haven't changed this. I made this shit up.
as
Who does
usual.
that? I see a lot of poking.
That's Wikipedia, dog.
What's your point?
My knowledge is sound, and his knowledge is faulty. Man, we're both on the same side, bitch.
Wikipedia is just contributed from people like us.
Fubu.
Okay.
For you by yes.
I know you like that clothing brand. The pants with the matching top. Fubu. Don't get silent on me. Dude, you know your girl Trish Stratus and Lita?
Yeah.
They back in WWE through
Oh, shit.
WrestleMania. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Hey Henry, you got a call. You gonna answer it?
No, I'm actually calling.
You making a phone call? Are we doing a
For real,
podcast?
you gonna start talking?
What the fuck? What the fuck are you doing, dog? Making a phone call at this table right now?
All right, we can end this so I can smoke.
All right, guys. This was an episode of Not
Thanks.
Utter
This
Nonsense.
is the utter nonsense.
Thanks a lot,
podcast.
Henry, for another episode of the M&T Show. Hey, get them others out of here.